In the years following its birth in 1947, Pakistan was a nation of contrasts and dreams. Stretching across two wings, West Pakistan and East Pakistan, separated by 1,000 miles of Indian territory, it was a country united by faith but challenged by geography, diversity, and ambition. By the 1960s, Pakistan stood at a crossroads, navigating economic growth, cultural vibrancy, and simmering tensions. Let us journey back to this era, with a special focus on two of its beating hearts, Karachi and Dhaka. Pakistan's economy in the 1950s and 1960s was a story of promise and disparity. Under the leadership of figures like Ayub Khan, who seized power in 1958, the country embarked on an ambitious path of industrialization and modernization. The decade of development, as Ayub called it, saw significant economic growth, with GDP growth rates averaging 5 to 6% annually. West Pakistan, particularly the Punjab and Sindh regions, became the hub of industrial activity. Land reforms, though limited, boosted agricultural output, with the Green Revolution introducing modern farming techniques. Exports like cotton, jute, and textiles fueled economic optimism. However, this growth was uneven. East Pakistan, despite producing 70% of the country's export revenue, largely through jute, received less investment. The economic disparity fueled resentment, as East Pakistanis felt their resources were being siphoned to develop the West. Karachi, Pakistan's first capital and economic powerhouse, was the jewel of West Pakistan. Its port handled 90% of the country's trade, making it a bustling hub of commerce. Textile mills, shipping companies, and banks mushroomed, attracting migrants from across the subcontinent. By the 1960s, Karachi was home to over 2 million people, its skyline dotted with modern buildings like the Habib Bank Plaza. The city's elite enjoyed a cosmopolitan lifestyle, with jazz clubs, cinemas, and cafes thriving in areas like Sadar. Yet, beneath the glamour, Karachi faced challenges. Rapid urbanization led to overcrowded slums, and ethnic tensions simmered as Urdu-speaking Muhajirs clashed with local Sindhi and Pashtun communities. In East Pakistan, Dhaka was the cultural and political heart. The city's economy leaned heavily on jute, earning it the title Golden Fiber Capital. Jute mills employed thousands, and Dhaka's river port facilitated exports. However, industrial investment lagged behind Karachi. Infrastructure was underdeveloped, and floods frequently disrupted agriculture, the backbone of East Pakistan's economy. Dhaka's middle class grew, but economic grievances mounted. East Pakistanis noted that their jute revenue funded projects like the new capital, Islamabad, while their own region remained neglected. By the late 1960s, the Awami League, led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, began voicing demands for economic autonomy, setting the stage for political unrest. Culturally, Pakistan before 1971 was a tapestry of diversity, blending ancient traditions with modern aspirations. West Pakistan drew from Punjabi, Sindhi, and Balochi heritage, while East Pakistan was steeped in Bengali culture. Literature, music, and cinema flourished, reflecting both unity and regional pride. Karachi was Pakistan's cultural capital, a cosmopolitan hub where Urdu poetry thrived alongside Sindhi folk music. The city hosted literary giants like Faiz Ahmed Faiz, whose verses captured the hopes and struggles of the time. Radio Pakistan's Karachi station broadcast qawwalis by Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan's family, while Lollywood, Pakistan's film industry, produced hits like Arman in 1966. Karachi's nightlife was legendary, with clubs like the Excelsior and cabaret shows drawing diverse crowds. The city's Muhajir population brought Urdu theater, while Sindhi and Pashtun traditions enriched its cultural mosaic. However, cultural divides were evident, as regional identities sometimes clashed with the state's push for a unified Pakistani identity. Dhaka, by contrast, was the epicenter of a Bengali cultural renaissance. The language movement of 1952, where students died defending the right to speak Bangla, galvanized East Pakistani identity. Dhaka's intellectuals, like Qazi Nazrul Islam and Jasimuddin, celebrated Bengali literature, while theaters staged Tagore's plays. The city's vibrant festivals like Pohela Boishakh, Bengali New Year, showcased music, dance, and street art. Dhaka University was a hub of progressive thought, fostering debates on nationalism and autonomy. Yet the state's emphasis on Urdu as the national language alienated many Bengalis, deepening cultural divides. Beneath the economic and cultural dynamism, Pakistan was a nation under strain. The two wings differed in language, culture, and priorities. West Pakistan's dominance in the military and bureaucracy frustrated East Pakistanis, who made up 54% of the population but held less power. In Karachi, political unrest grew as Ayub's regime faced criticism for authoritarianism. Student protests and labor strikes rocked the city in the late 1960s, with figures like Zulfikar Ali Bhutto gaining traction. In Dhaka, the Awami League's six-point movement demanded greater autonomy, resonating with a population tired of economic neglect and cultural marginalization. By 1970, the cracks were undeniable. The devastating Bola cyclone, which killed up to 500,000 in East Pakistan, exposed the central government's inadequate response, further alienating Bengalis. The stage was set for a crisis that would reshape Pakistan forever. Pakistan, before 1971, was a nation of contrasts. Vibrant yet divided, ambitious yet unequal. Karachi and Dhaka, each a microcosm of their regions, embodied the dreams and challenges of a young country. As economic disparities, cultural divides, and political tensions simmered, the unity forged in 1947 faced its greatest test. The story of 1971 was not just a war, it was the culmination of years of unaddressed grievances, a chapter that would leave Pakistan forever changed. To be continued,